So yeah, we're making some deliveries here from Bremen down to Munich. Looks like I need to rest. Turn the light up one. The tachometer. Insert that card and hit accept. Gonna get us our sleep. And then start the truck. Change mode, accept. Turn the light up once, and we should be good to go. So yeah, once we're done with this, we'll be at close to 5,500 kilometers. Are these both go to the same spot? No, no, no. Yeah, they are. We're going to brewery. We got empty pallets and fruits going to Munchen. Here in Bremen. Nice little journey down there. About it. Little, not quite 800. So we're headed over to Munich. Could be I only get half this journey. We'll see. And we need to pull in for that rest break, which I know we're definitely going to need. And yeah, I found out last episode. You guys remember I tested something on that. Where it does say scream at you, you've taken a penalty if you're driving, extend your drive time, if you don't have a car. Actually, you don't get no penalty, guys. I'd like to do it, but just like I was testing out. That's the reason I did it online. I wouldn't normally want to do that. As people know, just like I normally want to speed. That's of course I have been doing that lately. So what it is the box trucks get up to speed a lot quicker than the semis. So that's what we've been going on. But yeah, we've been having an issue. I thought it was on PlayStation. It's on Sony's now. I learned that it was actually a cable that needed to be switched out on my end. They had to switch it out with the new. I didn't think it would matter, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. The weird thing was, and what made me wonder on that, because it seemed like every time this was acting up, our phone was acting up. The landline. That's what made me think on it. It's like, why would it affect the landline if it's on? It wouldn't affect that. Right? It wouldn't affect that. And the worst part about it is every time it happened, my games got like the padlock on the symbol on them. What can it do? You play any of my games? Come play this, come play Yakuza. I started really love the game. Come play Porsche, which I want to play. It's relaxing. I know we got a better, interesting. The two beams of light there on that building. That was interesting. I'm sure that wasn't from my. Must have been coming from like the rising sun. Yeah, here we are in good old Bremen. Yeah, don't get here as often. Very often. But seeing how long it's taking to get the 5,000 to get to 5,000, it's gonna take a while to get to 10. But the same token, I'm saying this still is the fastest way to do it. Oh, I thought we were on a hill. It looked like wait a minute, were we on a hill? Because just looking at it, it's like looks like we're looking at an up slant there. I know a lot of people. I've seen them make videos of just turn off the tack when you're in. I don't do it. There's a few reasons why. One, for me, it would take me out of my immersion, and two, more importantly, I don't want to be that type of player that encourages that behavior. I don't want to be that. For trucking, you should always obey all the rules, the road, all that stuff. Trust me, there's plenty of lawyers looking to sue your ass. There's I hear a lot of time around here. Just going on and on against trucking. About to get on the motorway. Get the motor running. Let me do another thing. I don't really need this on either. Where it is. Show those tutorials. Let's turn those off too. We don't really need them. That's that. Pops down in the lower right there. Or lower left, sorry. Yes. There's a question. Yes, you can turn off the sat nav. You do have one in your truck. That's not the reason I keep it on. I keep it on for a few reasons. One, it displays the time, displays the distance, it displays the stuff you can't see on that other one. Displays your time till you need to rest. Also, for me, it's just larger. It's hard for me to see. I can't tell the speed on that one. To be fair, my eyesight ain't the best, and I don't want to try to stare at that. And you know what I mean. It's already piss poor, and I would really have to squint and stuff, strain to see that. So hence why I use that. Well, I keep on there, on-screen one. Keep in mind, I don't know that if you turn all that off, does it help? Because technically those would be open windows someone mentioned this about why they want to do virtual mirrors. Well, wouldn't that be the same on that stuff? Yeah, they scoffed when someone mentioned it to turn off the tutorial one. Want to give increased performance? If it's an open window, it should, right? But these are, like I said, it's type of journeys like this you just don't get in truck driver. You know, a meaningful, long journey, the type of journeys you wanted. Yeah, you want to be driving. I'll be honest, that's the thing with me with ATS and ETS. If I were playing them, I would have to have long distance. It's just what I want to do, right? It's the type of driving I'd want to do. I like the longer distance journeys. I like these. This is me. This is what I thought I wanted. I'm a truck. Now, again, I would rather be in a semi. Be fair, but one, I'm putting the time on this. Or put the mileage on this. Two, another real reason I have not switched over. The trailers seem to be having a lot of issues. Now, granted, I could do the hogs, but again, you're limited. Kind of limited now too, because it's only going to certain cities. That's the only match with the cab I met. See, if I would have been doing this with the cab this whole time and never changed, if I would have did it right, because I would know if when I switched up the trailers, if it counted. I don't know if it counted. 5,000 kilometers in, guys. Otherwise, I may do it though when if I get this first trophy, I may Maybe I'd rather be in a semi, right? Reason I kind of do this too, it's a neat, quicker, it's easier. You're going for nice mileage ones, you know. It's all about what it's about, that speed, you know. Get it done as quick as possible. And yeah, for viewers and players, of course, there is a downside to that. I don't showcase the other side of the business, which is the logistics part. Truthfully, I don't need it. That's the whole point. I could. I thought about this. If I had a female driver, it would make sense too. What am I getting at? To have all females, you don't need a full fleet, but there's not that many female drivers out there, which, you know, I'm very supportive. I have a friend who I remember went to her graduation when she got her license, trucking license. She went for one of the schools down there in Sacramento. That's kind of what I know. She was driving one of these, the box truck. Because when you're training, I guess that's the one the trucks they'll put you on, right? They'll put you in these tubs. Yeah, you know, learn to drive this, and you could move up to the semis and all. So it slowed down in that left lane. It says on 80, I can see that. Yeah, by changing that cable too, I did myself a favor one way. The TV's actually a little, not as far away now as it was. It was pretty good distance. I was having a hard time seeing it. One thing neither game has, and I really wish either would, both would. I get why this one more, but my truck drivers never had to. Where we go, you know, design our, customize our interiors. So this one I don't. It's, you know what it is. It'll good for me. I just like to put in some wood paneling. For the dash and stuff. You know, these areas like that, I'd like to have the wooden interior paneling. This way, load for trucks looks better. Maybe just me, but it's what I prefer. Oh, the old Scania man has it. And there was another one next year. Again, hope they don't go down road. Just focus on next gen now. Now that's out. I forget about updating anything like that on this, because I would be messed up. You haven't been out a year. Right, and it's only been out a year. I could see it happening. Yeah, because there's been talk of more trucks for that. Be interesting what that would entail. With sort of a new manufacturer. These first ever shock. Like Mercedes, has it been around? No, being it's in Germany, but for Mercedes, maybe even I don't know if that one would be logical, but a Volvo. Just a few dealers, you know, of course it ain't that easy, is it? You gotta get that licensing from the companies themselves, and again, don't have the best route. Like, I don't know if I want to, get in or at least one by 2 lanes. They might not be ready to make that commitment. See, when the SCS, of course, they come around, they could probably get the license trucks easy because, well, they're big, they're popular, They've been around a while. A company like this, just not first trucking game they've had. I know this was a selling point for this over truck service, but licensed brands, but with licensed brand, you also have the truck. The one thing I never understood, there was someone kept saying, the color, I'm gonna have certain colors for you. I don't see how that's. If you were renting a truck from a dealer, I could see that maybe, but once you own a truck, I can't see how they could tell. How dare you? It's a purple truck. We don't allow purple trucks. We're suing you. It's my truck, dude. I'll do what color what I want, paint what I want. I'm gonna put American paint job on here. I'll put American paint. I thought about it too, but the logo ain't right. I've really thought about trying. There is probably a way to make it the stripe, pattern with the red, white, and blue. This is what I'm doing. I know Cottage, the new pack from Sims at Cottage Living. I know it's based in England. But there ain't gonna be no England. There ain't gonna be no Englander living there. It could be an American. Because that's me. I think I've seen a plot too. It means moving people out, but it looks like the largest plot from what I've been able to see is the Watson home. They can move. They can move into a barn. One of them may like that. It's gonna be totally different. I'm planning it in the beginning. It's just gonna be me and Teresa and probably Allison. I don't know if I'm worried about Alistair. And I just don't want the series to move too quickly. The reason I thought Allison, she'd probably be good with it on a farm, being a vet. Vet in training, she's probably good at doing that. Of course, me, I'm glad to have a kid pretty PDQ. So, Christina. Hopefully. I'm not the type of player that likes to influence the gender. I like it to be a natural gender. I like doing it that way instead. So I am. There's a way to prevent hallucination up. The ones I don't play with. Actually, I turn that off. Maybe just have it on for ours. Then I could do it that way. That way, if I'm not, ready for, maybe that would prevent. Because some of the families ain't getting no play, haven't got no playtime. They're like Strangerville would be until I'm ready to do it. I don't really want them to be aged out of there. Also, those iconic families like the Goffs, the Landgrafts, and the Calientes. But yeah, a few more days, guys. Wednesday. Go have Bus Simulator 21. Yeah, I'm happy about that one, I tell you. but wanted to play that since it's, you know, before it came out. Kind of close living up. Such of a should already had. Could have got my bonuses if I did whatever. Cause I got a couple games I'm not even been playing good as a brought with at that point. Cause I didn't know if I was going to have internet, but my gut told me I was going to have internet at some point. What if nothing else went at now? But I already had an order, which was all you needed, right? You need to order. Wasn't like it was that big a deal. The bike looked pretty cool, but it's not that big a deal. It's like I thought about that with that server jam session. Even I haven't really been able to play with that family, but there's no reason I couldn't put the series there in that same one. Would they have access to those? The one I really thought about with those sharp ones. It's harder to do multiple spellcasters. I don't know. Yeah, trying to get on zero. It's like I was saying with why I took Vanessa, who's also an actress. Why I stopped at that for her was because you know how hard it is to do one actress celebrity. It's to be, you know, technically all you have to do is, but you can't plan for that. The gigs, right? Like the day of the gig, have another one do the audition. The problem on that is sometimes the gig is ain't the next day. You see, go to audition next day is the gig. Well, always. I'm learning. But luckily the next one for her run it is on a Monday, so she's got the weekend to maybe spend some time, you know, trying to find her own love. Because she hasn't got it yet. I remember they did get back to friendship status too. I'm not sure they're best friends, but they're better. They're way better at the friendship one. So here we are on our way to Munich. We got 581 kilometers to go. Again, I do know I'm going to rest at some point. Pretty long journey up for down for it. Even though you don't get penalized for it, I've learned that. It's about what the game will tell you. You don't get a penalty for doing it. You drive. See, I just don't do it because one, like I said, I don't want to encourage that type of behavior. Two, to me, it's part of truck. It would take me out of my immersion, right? Because it's part of trucking. That's just a fact of life. And I realize, as soon as I get out of this turn where I could start trying. I don't need the lights on now. Pretty good journey down there. I'm still learning. Yeah, these take a long time, these driving trophies. I'm looking at my paper how many deliveries I've made, and it's still taking a long time. But it's still faster than, you know, breaking it down by a few hundred kilometers here, a few hundred there, a few hundred. Because it's just straight delivery, right? These, try to do them 600 plus kilometer journeys. So it's, yeah, a few cities, I'm pretty sure. Berlin, I've questioned where, I don't know how far it would be from the south, obviously not the northern cities, but from the southern cities. Especially like Stuttgart. Stuttgart, I think, would be a good run to Berlin. From there would be a good run. It's southwest and Berlin's in the east. About mid-eastern area. Kind of northeastern. Let's see, I don't need diesel and I don't need the rest. So don't need to worry about that. I don't know for the newer players or people are getting engaged. There is one thing I can't say. It's weird because I know it's weird to say, but because how many times I've been down this road, these roads, it don't. To me, it don't get boring. Because it's longer distances. Truck driver admit that the road. I got it so memorized. I don't even need to look at the map. As soon as I know where I'm going, like okay, I know the way. I don't need to look at the sat nav. On there, just keep it on. I think because of the fuel. I know you can turn your sat nav on. Because of course they also don't have the down one. But again, don't really need it. Only a few areas, maybe interchanges, stuff like that. When sometimes I gotta look down, you know. But I got pretty much the map memorized, so it's not a big enough map. Usually those interchanges are once going, you know, near Norden, that one section of motorway there. Get a lot of interchanges running on roads, and sometimes gotta look at it there, but most part, no. I know that. Getting to know this section pretty well too. I'm just coming south there, covering, you know, between Hamburg to the interchange south of Hanover, Castle area. Anytime I see this road, I still remember that video, game tech. He must. The thing I got on it is the fact you have to pull over. He was saying trust. I don't. Again, I have not seen no difference in the resolution myself. I've never seen a difference in the resolution since I've started this, and now I don't see a difference to it. So if you play a lot of game, or you also, because he covered multiple systems, if you play like that, you can may think that, but it may not be true. Think about it that way. It's because you've seen it, like he's also played PC version, or he plays a lot of other games, trucking games, so it's possible he fits out. Does not make it true. The truth. You know, you could be, you know, it happens. It's easy to get mixed up. I know I did, or started one at first when I started. I thought I was going back, started Bremen. No. Because I've been having a lot of issues with. I thought it was PlayStation Network. Turned out it was my own idiotic. When I got the cable, you know, the internet back, I didn't fake. We had this one cable was hooked up. It's like, that has to be hard to take out. Do I have to? Turns out, yes, I did. I didn't think it would matter, right? It was the old cables. I didn't think that would matter. Oh, yes, it does. It mattered. It may have been actually a problem for a while too. Because I noticed it was a little. One of the things was a little corroded. I don't know what happened there. Which we got it. There may be moisture. So I moved it a little bit. It's just right behind where the TV is, not down on the floor back there. Oh. So far I haven't had no issues with it. Actually, I know now it's seeing what I was promised, the higher speeds. I'm seeing that too. So I'm like, all right, this is what I was promised when I got the internet, right? And what it was is there's an old bill here too, but that was not in my name, right? That wasn't doing me, that's someone else. So yeah, it's where that was from, and then like just try to cut it, you know, where I didn't have to. That day I was just trying to get my internet on. Now I'm glad, because I was wondering for a while. It's like what really. The thing that really caught me was like I didn't catch it until recently. Is like that would not be a PlayStation Network issue. was the fact we couldn't use our landline either. Like, that wouldn't be PlayStation Network. They wouldn't have nothing to do with our phone. Right? That's someone else entirely. So, like, I think I know what it is. I've fought it for a while. And yeah. That's... Well, there's a cable that needs to be changed out. So after this, I'll probably play some Yakuza 0. Game I really like. Right. So, oh, I thought it was a helicopter. Totally don't have that. Kind of looked like it the way it flew over. Just to those lights at first here. Those lights that really are a little bright. One of those faces I could wish they would turn down. Below intense. Oh, we are. See, get a thing I've noticed. This is another reason I'm kind of stuck with box trucks. Box trucks do slow down, but they're not as much as a semi will. That's again also the trailer. Why are your lights? Did I bump you? That was where his little hazard from. So that's in case she bumped into. It's possible. It's possible because you can't see out that side. So we'll go over there while doing that. Which is has led me to bumping up. Yeah, I realize 100,000, 500,000 kilometers. That's going to take a long time, and I've already thought about it, even though it would mean I have to get back up to 10,000. May, if I get to 10,000, may start fresh to start, or even just start working with a semi. Because semi, the advantage you got is you got to change your trailers out. And that's one advantage it has over a box truck. Yeah, I mean, you could do it on box, you could add a trailer, but I don't see much point to it. Of course, the same thing goes there, don't it? What's the more load do you really need, isn't it? Cargo containers, yeah, there's the one advantage, the containers. Man, it would mean being in a man. Some point if I go do that, I'm going to Renault, go buy one container. So I gotta know. Actually need two of them. Scania, man, I want to know, is there an advantage? Is that the one truck that's got an advantage for man? And the only reason I bring this up, usually man has a bigger, in these, has a bigger fuel capacity, while this has the bigger load capacity. Now, in the containers, you got the weight doesn't matter, right? So would it have a bigger? That'd still be the case when they had the bigger fuel. I know it ain't in the semi because I thought that too. It's like, oh, it'd make more sense to have the man on semi because the man would have the bigger fuel capacity. That's not how it works. Unless they got a better engine. Could be too. You know, more power. You notice it went to heavier loads, so no doubt. The power. But yeah, here in a few days, Wednesday, I'll have a similar 21, and I'm gonna be happy. There's no doubt I'm having that, and I'm buying that first thing that morning. I haven't won a game. Like I said, since I heard about it, you know, I loved the original. I say the original, of course I know it's been more of them on PC, but for us, the PlayStation people, that is the original, is 2018. And yeah, so now I'm waiting for this new one. I've been waiting for it. So it's kind of like cottage living for Sims, which is another thing I'm thinking about getting. Because sorry, sad thing on that one I should already had. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know the internet would stay. The thing was, you know, we had internet before. This was not my bill, it was someone else's. They weren't paying it. But, you know, even after the cable was shut off, we still had internet. It wasn't all at the time, but we got limited time with it. I didn't realize it was supposed to stay on that long. I was staying on till the day, that same day College Living came out. And the thing with it was like, it would have been enough time to get it downloaded. Then I would have got my bonuses. So. But I didn't. I wanted to too. Forget the last one. I think it was Harvest. I want to give it another chance. I'm going to try to play it today, guys. I meant to. I'm not as big a fan of this new Harvest one as most do. The older ones. I like the older ones more. The ones that, you know, kind of Stardew Valley-esque. Which another game I really love playing. I liked Stardew. I know that it's interesting too. I know a lot of people play it for the same thing. It's like the graphics ain't as good as some games, you know, but it's a fun game. It's tough games to like. Like too, you get a choice of what your farm, you know, your starting spot, what you want. I usually go with the basic one, but you know, if I ever get further, I'll get one exchange to switch out for a more challenging one. I like the two though. There's one would be a challenge too, the one that has the monsters. I like the one, you know, one with the best farm. You know, have it where I could build what I, you know, got the room to build. You know, he's got a lot of stuff. Kind of like Porsche, you know. I've been playing that is, oh, I need to space these out. How do I get that spaced out, right? To get the stuff where I, you know, for when I expand. So I got a lot of chests. Kind of reminds me of from that with Conan. Sadly, that's one game I can't have on my system. I want to play because there's that new part to it. But I know that game takes like over 100 gigabytes. It's already got too many like that. I'm having to debate whether to take it off GTA or not. Because I kind of need the memory. It's not my fault. So I ain't even playing certain games on my system. I'm gonna sit and play them. I was like, why the hell are you putting these games that take so much memory? I'm not even playing them. Right? They take up massive amounts of memory. Don't really need them. You're not gonna play them. I like them needing memory too, because I got the, you know, 1 terabyte. But you just notice how fast that goes too when you got like 100 here, 100 there, 100. You know, games like that, they take up a lot. Because all of it, some of the people may not know, if you look at your memories, when you first get the system, look at your, you'll know you don't have what it tells you you have. Because some of that's going to be taken up with the software. By the software. So you don't got quite that much memory. Free memory. Cares what PS5s are. You got any more? Or have they made it where it's like... 'cause that's the thing, games are like... If you get disc, I notice if you just have the disc, like when I'm on the internet, I noticed that the disc ones weren't taking up that much memory. Bam, moment you get internet, bam. Yep, they start taking up the memory. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I actually enjoy. It's alright. The only thing I find out at times, I think it's too easy. Compared to the other ones, I thought it was a little easy myself. It's the battles, not to mention one thing about that series that you're used to wherever you play it. The 2-3 hour it feels like, or 300 year cutscenes. Get the Yakuza too. A lot of long cutscenes. At least they like Sogas. Sogas, I know you can't pause them. Those are the ones I don't like. It's like, oh man, I need to pause, right? I go, yeah. Oof. Some games like that. Is it actually Kingdom Hearts 1P one? Yeah, I know there are some games like that. You can't pause their cutscenes. Like, oh man. I didn't realize it was gonna be a few hours. There's times I feel like, where's the Rockstar games like that? Might be Rockstar. I read that and stuff. Game I do enjoy. I really do. And yeah, I recently learned, because I got the strategy guide for Red Dead 2. I've recently found out how to use the Atlas effectively. It's like before, I do need a magnifying glass to make it where I need this. Where I'm having to squint, right? But yeah, I'm figuring it out and like, it actually, I didn't realize how accurate it was either. Because it's like, oh man, I'm trying to find this or that. I find it's pretty dang accurate. Like if you, the only thing you gotta keep an eye on is where that dot points. Like sometimes the number part is one spot, but the dot is actually elsewhere. There's so much in that one area. Sometimes it's not even a problem. Let's see, 3 hours. I think we got. Plenty of time. Should be another one within those 3 hours. Hope. But yeah, last episode I tested again. I tested that. It was like, seriously, you say there's a penalty, right? Penalty, drive time exceeded. Yet if you do it, you learn, no, there's not. There's no penalty to it. And like, that's kind of, I guess they figured probably no one would test it. They don't know me, do they? I never thought to do it before, but it's like, see, again, that's kind of one of the reasons I stuck to Buckstrew, because it is faster, it's quicker, you know, making deliveries. It's not too challenge. It's basic too. It's not a challenge as it is to drive the semi. There's free trailers for it too, so there is that. There's the container, there's the box, and there's the cattle trailer. The only thing on them is container. I noticed once you get the container on there, sometimes I've noticed it's like you can kick the bloody thing. It sort of looks like it's I'm trying to do the twist locks, and the truck goes flying forward on me. with the box was the problem's been having to race it every time I'm in it. A semi box, not this one, because the trailer's turning or something. It's like this. It's not working right. That's all there is. So you have to reset progress. I've also seen that I was really, I don't know if the trailer just was swinging wildly back there or what's going on. Because I wasn't noticing it as bad with the hogs, you know, the cow trailer, but with the semi box, it was like, why is it taking so much damage? I don't know if there was an issue. Keep noticing this guy braking right here. I don't know why. It's got a pretty good distance. Car might be having trouble. So that now it's gonna be. You don't stand out lane just so you go converge, please. Go stay by me so you can ram me. I've had that happen. I'm wary. No one will take close to him. Oh, could be my speed was getting built. No. You get these guys too on the road. Like you go to, you like they're moving slow, and all of a sudden you go to pass them, bam, they speed up. Moment you go to pass them. Cures of Germany roads are really like this. A twist on. Respect that in the mountains, really, don't you? See, I'm not getting below 60. Well, no. But I don't know if I'm in a semi for that section that'd been probably under 50 or less. Heavier load. I don't think I got a full load, but I got as full as I could get it. There's no food in it, but I could try to get from there, which got smaller loads. Problem is, they don't usually go right into the cities. There is one, though, in between Stuttgart and Munich. I know that there is one in there. Down further. But the cargo container ones, keep in mind, there's all these certain cities you can go to. It only says it's got a worldwide shipping, which is a AK port cities. Which I always thought Munich would be, but I guess it's not. So it's Munich and Stuttgart, neither one have that. Like, I'm shocked because I would have thought Munich had that. It does. I get Munchen. If you don't know, it is the same city. I mean, I didn't know that until I started playing this. Because it kept telling Munchen, right? Back when GameTech was doing it on the computer, it's like, oh no, it's Munchen. Yeah, actually, he was right. He thought he was going to Munich. Actually, you're right. Either way, you're right. It's the same city. Kind of like Cologne. It's K-O-L-N, Cologne. There's another city too, like that. There's also, you'll sometimes see the word Una on the delivery. That is actually right. I don't know, they're like that in that sense is the same, or it's in like neighboring cities, because it's right there at Dortmund. But it could be like here in Cali, there's Yuba City, Marysville, which is right next to each other, sister cities. Right, they're right there by each other. It's like they're sort of like a waterway or something separates them. So It's probably something similar there. In that case, because Hanover's also got something. The north part's got a different destination on it than the rest of the city. Oh no, I'm going to mute it. Just realized I might get a fine down there. Running our light even though it's green. Which way we're coming out from, I wonder. Looks like we're going to be... Oh no. We're going to go through the way. And I just realized I hope I got enough rest time to get there. Here, get to here. It's the next stop. I also gotta go through Nuremberg, which is go be slow driving. So I'm smart to get someone up to Rostock or kill. Then go down to Stuttgart. Well, for that. And then get after Stuttgart, get a little going over to Berlin. Hopefully. Obviously, you gotta go with the market's got available for you. There's a guy going the wrong way. The dude, turn on the right, go down the wrong ramp. Could see it. I mean, the crew 2s go wrong ramp like that. Still, if you did the New York race, you notice it. Or as I could tell, because it's supposed to be, it's like an off ramp for you, but there's also like an on ramp, and it's like no, like. Thing is, I swear I've caught cars on both sides on it. It's like this, right? One lane's going one way, the other lane's supposed to be going another. Don't want to get it back up to speed until I'm over on the main roadway. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm so used to driving a semi now. It's like, oh yeah, oh duh. Why I prefer semi over a tandem. I don't care for a tandem. So kind of has to reverse. I don't just mean the bar, the drawback bar and the Giga, you know, aka the dolly trailers. Oh no, I mean all those tandems. Actually, the container one of it's got a dolly on it too. That one ain't too bad. You don't have to actually reverse it if you don't want to on that one. In fact, you don't want to park that part if you got both of them. Is that no? It's that. If you got both of them, you got two container, like a two container one. I've had an issue with that too. I went to get out of it. I had another truck at the headquarters. And it, for whatever reason, when I got out of the truck, it put me in the one at headquarters. And it was on its side. So in that case, I had a driver paying him just to keep the truck off the, keep the extra truck off the map, because that's how it works. When there are drivers there, they're not. If you got a driver in the truck, they're not in on the screen. They won't be out there. It's like the headquarters. People wonder what they have the headquarters for. Well, basically, it's truck storage. It really is. It's starting sport and truck storage. There's really no. It's not really a need for it. Other than that, it's like, for me, that's what I use it for. It's like when I go to pick up trucks, I, of course, will, or I can have a driver. Like, let's say I'm here, I want a new truck, okay. I'll have I hire a driver to pick it up during truck services, because that's where it starts taking over to my headquarters for me. But I've had at least one instance, that was when, of course, when I first got the game. I brought a trailer, It's in town. I believe I was in town too, or I brought in an event. It's like, okay, I'll go there, pick it up. It wasn't there. I mean, the trailer wasn't even there. Yet I still lost the money for it. I had to have it on Sims too. I made an order, you know, with that delivery service they got on there. Not the pizza one, but the other one. Never got it. I mean, I never got the order. Got charged for it. It's kind of like that crap if they drop your food and then they go replace it. You have to pay for the food they drop, but don't get that. That'd be a restaurant that would be put out of business if they pulled that crap. Oh, we dropped your food. By the way, you're charged for that and the next one, okay? That's okay with you? Okay, we'll bring that order for you. A few $1,000s later. Oh, we've dropped it again. I'm sorry, but you have to pay for it. Yeah, let me pick this up, eh? No, you don't want to eat that. Oh, don't worry, I'm not planning to eat this. Right in the face, right? I don't know about that one. It never happened. Also, you know, you go to a restaurant, right? You're lucky if you get a meal. I do like some of that student college living though, because there's something that on there is in the game, a new recipe. The fact that's in the game, I really want to try one for real. Just what I get from watching Hell's Kitchen. I want to really try one. Never had one. As far as I know, I've never had one. A Wellington, beef Wellington. The fact that's in the game, though, man. Because of course I had Hell's Kitchen on the game. I don't think the one I got is a good one though, because it does not seem to be working right. I've lost to learn. You don't have to do this, but you should have to. I think it's like 1,300 or something on the 523 euros, huh? Gotta go pay it. Get my lunch, I guess. It took me a long time to realize what these were. Here, if there's when I lived in Sacramento at the train stations, the little light rail stations they have. There were stuff like that, but they were not trash. They were a bike thing where you could store your bikes, right? Yeah, or maybe even bike rental. I don't know. Never used them. I don't ride a bike, but yeah, they had those, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So that's what I thought they were, and it did. More recently, I thought, oh, those are trash cans. Okay, so turn that engine back down. Tack, change mode, accept. Oh, be a night drive. That's not too bad though. I don't mind driving at night. Let's turn this light up. Tack, change, and accept. And bam. I'll probably just pick up from Brutal. You know, for some reason I'm thinking, I know Munich is, so, man. It's like Hamburg. Stuff all over the place, huh? Alright. So, go down and don't see no one, so I go save some merch. Really care. I used to just dart on the road, or like a madman. There was like sounds so trippy. Also, you will see a lot of when I'm at pulling onto a rope. We're not even gonna be on this thing very long. Look at that. It's not that far. That's right, I forgot about that. It's not that far between that truck stop and turn off. I think this is maybe not. Does that go further? Yeah, I guess it does. Oh, not much further. This road going back north. The road there is, because there are some of those you will see there's actually cities listed on the sign, so I wonder if that's future plans. There's at least one, Lubeck, I've seen, which is, if you look, it's up north, I believe it is. There's one for Lubeck. A sign. But that's not a city in the game, of course, is it? Make sure truck stop. Oh, RSO rating. Thank God. I think it would bus to start. I may do a man. Only reason, because I know you get a second bus pretty quick into the campaign. And at that one, they think the third bus you can get when you get it. I think it's based on the second one. So I kind of want that to be the Mercedes. Because I think you get a Startle G, I think they're called, the Bendy. Which I admit, I've seen the map with some of those roads, because that might be a more challenging drive than bloody ass the original on some of that, because it's pretty narrow roadway. That's why I don't want to really drive the Cetra. No reason. Cetra on 18 and a half ramps. I learned that. It's like, at the moment I learned that, I stopped using them too. It's like, wait, they just don't have promotional ramps? I can't use them. And then my thinking was because it's discriminating against handicapped individuals by not having that. I like the buses, but you know, but I've never really liked the longer buses, so it should be going down to 50. Okay, 45. Until there's a light here, and it must be all turning. And one grin was about to. Oh, they're from Nuremberg, like a sin brutal, like, why ain't I pulling it? Oh, duh. Not there yet. This is at Nuremberg. Remember, this city was one that was added when it came out on, hit the wrong delay fan now. Yeah, when it came out on console, there's supposed to be two. I don't know what the other one was, but this was one that had been added. They haven't added, you know. It's again, it's not been out a year though. So what? February be a year. That's what I wanted again though. It's like this was a birthday gift to myself. This is again when I was looking for trucking guys for console. This is what I meant. Don't get me wrong, I like Truck Driver. I appreciate what Truck Driver did, and I will give him that suggestion, that credit. Keep in mind, they were the first to do it. They showed that the market was there. Also, they could have easily did it on PC. They said that they've, it'd been easier to start on PC. But at the time, there was no other trucking games on the market. There's SnowRunner, but it's a different type of trucking game. It's not like these games. I didn't know that was out though at that point either. MudRunner was. But yeah, it's just a different type of experience. And there was just nothing on the market at that time for console. You know, especially PlayStation. I don't know what I can't market on the other ones, so just know what I had. There had been before trucking games. There was it was a Big Mother of Truckers was on PS2. There was another one too. I don't know what's it, 18 Wheels or something like that. The only problem with that game is you had checkpoints. I never could get that far for that. That was a problem for that. Liked one, and I liked the other. I liked the Big Mother series. Problem is 2 was so scratched up and I didn't enjoy it. Like that, and I've always liked trucking games. So I was watching videos where I'd probably was Squirrel. I'm like his stuff. But while I was watching, I was like, I'd go do a search. So I was searching on YouTube, like, is there trucking games for play? Then I seen game tag stuff on Truck Driver. So yeah, I like this. And then of course the scene for this game, and well, this is what I was looking for. Long journeys, check. Not gonna say licensed brand because that I would before I started watching those videos. I didn't even know what these trucks were, guys. Or I've been more familiar with MAN because of course MAN was also a bus. I think didn't they? I thought I seen they've added Scania buses too to 21. Of course, I've also added some American ones, which I'm looking for. Come on, let's go put this bloody light. We don't have no bloody traffic. Here we go. Oh, wait till morning. Okay, wake me when you change. That must be a GTA light. I don't know if you've ever stopped at one on there, but Lord, don't. Just recently run them. Things take forever. They take forever to change. I'm not kidding. Just, oh yeah, you guys had a food out. You can get it. That's the thing. If you don't mind, I might not even worry, doing it this way after 10,000. Like I said, I'm going to still be going for it. But it's like, I don't know if I'm going to go all this, because I want variety, more variety, guys. I'm saying that. I ain't going to worry about doing paperwork, getting 100,000, 500,000 kilometers. Are you kidding me? No way. 10,000's been enough. And that's like quite as accurate as I like. There's a couple swaps here and there. One time I probably got, may have about 100 more kilometers in this truck. Or more than I got calculated because I missed a turn off one point. I had to go down the road for it. I know when the game came out, there was a lot of complaints that the truck would roll back when they were stopped at the lights. I never noticed it, but I have a feeling it was because multiple were saying it. But it was usually people that had the wheel support. I know if I wanted to, probably say wheel. For me to get a wheel, I think it runs like 200 plus, because not only what I need to wheel, I need a stand, bracket to set it on. Just where I'm playing at. With Destiny, I don't have a desk or anything here. Actually, I'm pretty comfortable shirt. Usually, and lately my back's so we'll be going south. And truth, look at this. Look at the price. I know this looks quicker. I think my better bet would have been stick on the free to there. It came south, because then I would have lost. It would, time-wise, that would have been a better strategy, because I would avoid the city driving with the lights and stuff. I think you make better timing going the other direction. In those instances, the sat nav may not be the best option. I had to bring a truck driver here. I do it on there too. Like, if I'm coming out of Mary's, I got two options. Go through the city or make a right. Go past the lighthouse that way. I always make the right. Sat nav will tell you to go left. But to go for the city, you just could reduce time, not to mention traffic, to get back onto the road. It'd be a pain in the ass to get across. So where is this inside Munich on my now to slide? Is it over the bridge? No, it's not. It's right. It's yeah. Logistic hub's the only one. Interesting. Interesting. I have a plan to do, if you're wondering. Yeah, I know it says where to start fresh, but there's a reason. The logo would be much better for it, I guess. There's a better logo for that. But like I said, I will have a, to get the containers. I gotta see the fuel. And the only way to do that, you gotta fill it up. May also be when I hit 10,000, like whatever city is up, just do it there. Because it could do it from truck services. But I gotta get into a semi, guys. This too simplistic for me. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. Why it did it again. It's the only piece of roadway like this I know of. I know it's not because I've had it where it's had it at an 80 before, so I know it's an 80 up for it, not a 60. Another way, rule of thumb, 3 lane road like this, oh, 6 lane, you count both sides. You wouldn't have a 60, you would have an 80. This is a motorway, just like that. That's like a freeway here in America. Freeway where the other would be like a highway, rural, you know, where the 60s were rural roads, type roads. That's, oh, don't get to see this very often. Usually you got that red hue in the sky. Actually got a night. Look at this, it's a rarity actually on here. I've noticed that, to get that darker sky. Usually it looks like it does there in the mirror. Of course that would probably be because Nuremberg clouds city lights, but yeah, usually on the, just traveling, don't get it very often. I get that, I know there is something on that. Thanks Crow was mentioning certain time of year. I know he was mentioning that they, you know, like it'd be light out at around 4 where he lives. The birds were chirping throughout the night, throughout that time, and you know, keep waking them up. Yeah, feel free, man. Yeah, we don't get started getting light here in about 6, 7 a.m. Between in that frame. And I know some days it's like they start later. It's like, oh man. So I leave when I do my shopping. I'm leaving at 7ish. And sometimes it's so dark out, so I'm be more careful, right? Just sitting here doing. Because we're, you know, there's certain spots in this. Going down the street, there's no sidewalk, so you gotta walk along the roadway. I mean, I have to bake a lot. I just don't usually walk on sand areas. Yeah, no real reason to. It's got a wide enough road, but some parts are narrow. It's like really narrow. Where we used to live was like that. That's true. You basically get one car over there. Hard to get more. And that's where the fair time they would block, you know, that off. You only could go to one direction all along, which made it a little difficult for my brother, who was, you know, did work for the irrigation district, so he'd be going out all hours during the summer. Oh, great. Both of us, too. Got an itch on both. Something or other causing the itch. Oh, what just almost happened there? So it started drifting there toward that way. That actually happened to me on Truck Driver. It wasn't my fault. For those who play the game, know what I'm making. I go bring up here. The game times. It says it's resetting your truck, and you're come down to no speed at all. No control either over your truck. Say you're resetting you to the nearest garage or whatever. It never gets. Luckily, the timers never count down on the ways. A lot of times it's running on a bloody mish. But yeah, one time it did that in a turn. Luckily, I think I was on the inside. You know, over on the right hand side like that, it was a turn that was going, you know, that direction. So what had happened is, when that happened, my truck was drifting toward the outer, you know, the outer barrier. Luckily, got control of the truck before it hit, because, you know, I would have took damage and probably a lot of it. And there you too, it could have wrecked me out. I've had that type of collision. I came close to doing it. I mean, really close, head-on collision, pretty good speed. I was trying to pass the slow-moving piles of crap. Yeah, they're just like, I got loaded, but I can't remember if I was on a timer. If I was on a timer, I really understood what I would do. There's times I just like, because I'm trying to adjust my speed to match theirs. It's like, every time I did it, it's like, I'm still catching them. How the hell is this possible? It's like, it was constant, like, just got tired of it, right? Like, I can't keep doing this. They're supposed to be bringing up the fact that Xbox already has the patch pissed me off. We're still waiting on Sony. Supposed to have a patch. They say it's way something they didn't even work on the patch for PlayStation. What? So new Discord. Yeah, it's supposed to reduce the trust, but it's also supposed to fix the AI. You know, they call them like road train. The way they act, the AI, get multiple cars in once. But you come across these guys on the road, they are moving. I clocked it at times, about 20 to 30 under the speed limit. So it's like really a nuisance. Now, what's sad, if I come across that on the big roads where it's 120, that's really bad, because I'm already traveling under, I'm at an 80. I don't try to go above 80 on the road. I can't. You'll start drifting out of your lane, especially as your tires. They do have that. Notice when your tires start getting worn, you know it. It's a wonder, you know, one of those features. I still say they could have added stuff like that to your like tire wear, engine wear. It gave a purpose for your garage, right? Like you would have to go in your garage and get it fixed up, have another purpose for it. And it also doesn't hurt with the you know, manufacturers, because that type of damage wouldn't be on their truck. It wouldn't be their truck doing damage. It's not a visual type of thing, right? It's tire and engine wear. which is, that's normal for trucks, right? To have to get that maintenance. And there is one other thing, of course. See, Truck Driver took a lot of elements from the big one, the big games, like the skills, paths, and stuff like that. First, I haven't seen really work very well, but whatever. Well, I'm getting up to rest time, rest and all, or it doesn't seem like it's really worked too much. But the strong coffee at 20 at max level still doesn't seem like it saved very much on it. But yeah, at least they, you know, that's something they added. There's a few other elements. I looked at those like, no, that's something I wish they had on here. It's the skill. For instance, these type of loads I've been doing. With as much roadways they got, they could have did that. Where you had to have so much, you know, it's points allotted. Cause they got enough roads to do it. They could have did it. They really could have worked. Technically, Truck Driver, I guess, does have that. Because as you do missions for people, you unlock the longer loads. Because they don't really open up until after the first few missions. Of course, the long cargo job is Mary, so it takes a while to unlock her. Even though I swear there are other jobs, they say they're short, they are not short ones. Because a good example is I've had some from Westray, or Andre, was going over to Pine Creek and stuff. Iona, I had one of hers go all the way to Buchanan once. That's definitely not a small journey. But they consider a short journey. That is definitely not a short run. That's medium to long right there. And based on, because I've had Mary, who's got the longest, I had hers going to, you know, Osterhaven, which is where Iona is. I'm based on that. So if I'm going past Osterby, that would be a long run. And if you go from Osterhaven to Bicon, that is past Osterby. Why that don't bother me sending out red. Keep in mind it does have red. Actually, it would be at that anyway because I'm traveling at 80. Should be seeing a church at any point. For those not familiar with this, there's a church on this side of coming into from this direction into you know, you can see it's steeple. And at some point now there will be a fact of because I don't want to worry about it when I'm right there at the town. I'm not that far from the beginning. Up, be after this. After this, on the right, merges. Be after that. Should be a turnoff too. For that's what was said. That goes toward the cooperative for the pigs. What's this selling too? At the end of, I would have thought by now they might have added more to that, like more livestock to haul, like sheep or even cows, cattle. Got a cattle trailer, haul cattle. I gotta do it on pure farming. You know, I can't haul very many. No, the old cows. Gotta take them to their retirement home. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, a retirement home. It's not the butcher, it's a retirement home. I've been to farming games. I like what I see of Farming Simulator 22, don't get me wrong, but I like pure farming a little better, guys. I don't know, maybe it's just, it's start. I guess because it is farming. You know, I don't mind having the lumber stuff in the game, but you know, it's been my. I've never really cared for it too much. I guess it is an optional, but you know, I don't know why I like pure farming. I'll be the first to admit it. It's because there's a campaign. You know, there's a story and stuff like that, which I'm always, you know, for. What's a selling point for truck driver first? That's really doesn't really lend well to a trucking having mission. And what if you had like after you're done, you would have like this, you know, where you go to logistics page, pick your cargo. It would be okay if you had that. Then it's different, right? I better start reducing my speed. So we're coming in. These guys behind me are like, you mother. I think it just went to a 60 right there. You should have that. Probably telling me 60. Now it is 60. Oh, no, it's 50. Says I did it. Because usually I'm turning. Make my own lane here. That's not a little. Well, I got hit by this light so many times. Screen. Yeah, you still get a ticket. Usually it's green when I come up for. That's down the street here. Yeah, that's just I'm used to that, right? Why does it say about just every time I did that before, it's when I lost my connection to PlayStation. Like, no traffic from the right, left, no traffic from the right, no traffic across from me. So like, can't you be on the sensor? Alright, so what he's saying is on a sensor and gonna think I've been running a lot. Didn't get it there. Maybe I've been doing what it just was doing too, changing. I just didn't catch it. Sort of, it's been green every time. I usually just always slow down anyway. Well, this is a night drive, ain't it? Always saw a good night drive because very little traffic. But it should be at night. Parking lot's full though. Must be the stock clerks. Let's go pick the spread. If you look at their hours, you don't open till 7. Just yeah, if you're going for another trophy, AK perfect trophy, perfect run trophy, this is pretty much the way to do it is in the box truck. Did you notice? It's easy to do. And I'm not talking short turns either, I'm talking long turns, it's easier to do. But that, I still got a ways to go with that because we got. Because I realize this truck born alone. This truck. Turn it off. For now, let's turn this off, because if I'm picking up, I'm probably going to do it from here. You know, it's brutal. So we got some empty pallets of fruit for you. I got the stars open now, this way. Don't get pushy. Don't drive me over me with that forklift now. Yeah. Ooh. That was a pretty good run. So let's look at the old logistics board. Let's go to, gotta find my arrow. Let's go to Brutal. Dortmund, Munchen, Road.